Hi, my lovies. It's Monday. It's a little earlier than usual because I'm up and I'm awake and I have a lot of stuff going on this morning. But I just wanted to kind of step on here for a second because I spent the weekend helping train a whole new batch of coaches. I do this a few times a year and I absolutely love just watching people grow, and then in that process seeing myself grow, seeing my own aha moments. And I actually had a really interesting breakthrough this weekend, and it's not new, but I'm always interested on how the things and the tools that I use on other people, how they can work on me and how they work when people use them on me. And I had a really big wake-up call over the weekend. Just to be perfectly vulnerable right now, I have spent a year trying to get my ass in the gym and to no success at all. We're talking like nada. And I just couldn't get my head around it. I mean, I've worked out for 15 years really regularly, and just for some reason this past year, I just couldn't get there. And I actually had someone work with me a little bit on it. And to make a long story short, I realized that just the pure dread of having to get back on that exercise horse at almost 50, knowing what I know about myself, about how hard and long it takes me to get going and get moving and get my stamina built up, that I didn't want to play. I didn't want to live in the suck for 6 months. Just the looming idea of failure in front of me kept me from getting my gym clothes on. And then when you kind of put that out there and you lay it down in front of you, you're like, that's like the stupidest thing. But it's very real to me. I have a lot of success in my life, and I love what I do, and I've got a lot of momentum, and there's just this one piece of my life that was just niggling at me, and I just couldn't get past it. Through this process, I realized that through my entire life of exercising and sports and those kinds of things, I've always looked at myself as less than. I don't have a lot of stamina. I'm not one of those people who want to, bench 250 pounds. I have no desire to do that whatsoever. I am blessed with a pretty healthy constitution and a good metabolism. I have a good diet. And so blowing my load at the gym is just not my jam. And for a long time, I thought that's some sort of weakness. And I realized that, I love to dance. I like to roller skate. I like to walk. I like to be silly and, play on the ground with my dog. I mean, I'm a physical person. And for some reason, wrapping my head around this exercise bit was just really, really getting my nose in a bend. So I kind of worked through that this weekend, and I realized that I just need to do it. I want to do it. I'm ready to do it. But I realized part of the problem is I was measuring my progress and my success by someone else's stick, by some personal trainer that tells me, you need to do 3 reps of 8, blah, blah, blah. And that's just the beginning. Well, what happens if you can't even do that? You automatically start feeling like a failure. So very intentionally this morning, I took my workout that was given to me, which was by a loving, wonderful trainer who is amazing and awesome. And her name is Andrea Wiggins. I'm just going to give her a plug here. And I removed the stick. I moved the beginning point because I kept looking at what she was asking me to do. And even though, let me be honest, she was saying, do what you can, do what you can. But it was a mental block for me, and so I moved my measuring stick. I moved my beginning point to a different place. And my benchmarks and my measuring of how I'm progressing is completely and totally 100% up to me. I have the power, I have the ownership, and I have the responsibility. And it completely shifted my perspective on what I need in order to get past this goal. And I'm wondering how many people out there have been making their decisions, their life, their diet, their nutrition, their business based on a book they read, based on a conference they went to, based on somebody else's version of the measuring stick. So I'm just going to put this out here for you guys. Whose stick are you using to measure? And if it's not feeling like the right measuring stick, then change it. And I just want to put that out there to you because that's one of the things that I do with my clients is help them. Ironically, right? Ironically, that's what I do with my clients, and I can't do it with myself, but shut up. Anyway, I help people figure out what measuring stick works for them. And if you are in a program or some sort of situation where that's not an option, leave, because you're setting yourself up for failure. And I cannot tell you in any more seriousness, if you don't align and feel the stick, the measuring stick, that stick is the stick, what kind of stick? Measuring stick to your core. If something doesn't feel right, back away and look at it. Because if you continue to go down that path, you're going to stop doing the things you want to do because you're going to think it's not possible. So I just charge you this week to think about that. Think about your measuring stick. Think about the ownership that you take of your measuring stick. Because all I ever want for myself and my clients is success. And the only really, really great way to do that is to really define what stick you're measuring with. So I want to wish you guys a happy week. It's going to be a good Valentine's week, all about love, love yourself, love the people you're with. And I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.